What if the universe wanted to double your wealth in 2026? Here are a few ideas, and I'm just going to rattle them off, and I think it'll all make sense at the end. And the first thing is, it's a question of, are you playing small? Meaning, are you expecting something small and unexciting? If I want the universe to double my wealth in 2026, that's something that I'm going to want to think about often. So much so that I learn to expect it. But if all I'm expecting is what I've already received, then I'm thinking something small. I'm thinking about something that I already can observe here in my reality. But what I'm observing right now, wealth not doubled, my income not doubled, my bank balance not doubled, my portfolio not doubled, then that's all that I'm thinking about, all that I'm expecting, and therefore all that I'm receiving. So I must learn to become acclimated and familiar with the possibility that my wealth can double, my income can double, that my wealth has doubled, and my income and balances have doubled already. Number 2, am I looking to the past? And it makes me think of dating. Over the last year, I've been correlating how money ties into how we relate to other humans, specifically in romantic or intimate relationships, because the way that we attract someone that we are interested in sexually, the principles of attraction apply also to money. And one time I was on a dating app speaking with someone, handsome, attractive, his external appearance very masculine presenting. And I think a lot of it had to do with his body, very chiseled, very big in stature. And yet his big issue that he kept telling me about was when he is with someone that he's into, he actually wants to show up and engage with that person, not as the dominant role, but as the more submissive role. But he has historically in dating, as he's dated other people, talked to other people, he's always been pigeonholed and boxed in as this dominant person. And so the other person was always showing up in his experience, wanting him to be a way that he did not want to be naturally. But me, I was speaking with him, I was genuinely intrigued, I was genuinely interested to know how this person might look the way they look, but he's wanting to experience others, wanting to experience me in a different way. And so I'm getting to know him, we're getting to talk, but I noticed that his conversation would not leave the subject of the box that other people would put on him. The only subject that seemed to really light him up and get him going and talking was talking about how he didn't want to be boxed in. I don't want to be boxed in. I don't want to be looked like this. This is not who I am. And after a while, I'm just like, hello, here I am. Hi, I'm someone not boxing you in. I'm not thinking that you're this way. I'm not thinking that you can only be that way. I'm open to whoever you say you are. And so if you tell me that this is who you are and this is what you like, then great. But he could not appreciate that someone not putting him in the box was standing there virtually. I'm literally texting you, not putting in you a box, but all you can think about is your box. This made me think, what are we possibly doing right now as it relates to money, where we're still looking in the past for evidence of how the future will unfold financially? Am I thinking that my future will unfold as my past has financially, where I experience, in my words, in my opinion, and in this narrative in my mind, that money is slow and income is hard and money is hard to get by, and I've had to suffer through not being compensated what I'm worth, and I've had to endure witnessing other people who are half as talented, who are half as worthy in my mind of receiving the substantial compensation that they're getting, but they're getting substantial compensation and I'm not. And my continual focus on this narrative, on what I can observe, is limiting what I'm allowing myself to believe is true for me and limiting what I believe is possible for me. I can't reach for the idea that my wealth and income and net worth and bank balances will double in 2026 because I'm focused on how much they've been halved in the past and how I only have a fraction of what I deserve. Number 3, you have to be the one who sees your reality different. You can't rely on the other because the other doesn't know what you see. They can't hold the frequency of your wealth for you. You must learn to radiate your own wealth signal to call it into your experience. Number 4, if I want certain outcomes to exist in this reality, the primary subject worth studying is existence. We can think about this in 4 stages of consciousness and ability to be competent and fluent with money and money coming in. And at first stage, I might be unconsciously incompetent. I don't know what I don't know, and I just feel like I have no handle on what it is to be financially abundant. And then as I do this work of allowing myself to believe, hey, you know what, it might be possible for my income to double in 2026. Then as I continue rehearsing that and continue familiarizing myself with that possibility, I eventually will reach the point where I am consciously incompetent. It's like, okay, great. Well, now I actually know what I don't know. I know what I need to know. I know now what I want to know. I know what I want to learn. I know who it is that I want to be, get to be. I know that I'm not there, but I know where I want to go. Then, as I continue rehearsing that narrative, you know what? I think that my wealth and income could double in 2026. I become consciously competent. I know that I can take these steps and I can become this person and I can step into this identity, and it's going to take some conscious work and it's going to take some conscious effort, and I can do these actions, I can set this up, I can launch this, I can sell these products, I can do this, because wherever the money comes, it doesn't matter. Maybe it comes in a job, maybe it comes in a business, maybe it comes in a stock portfolio, maybe it comes in real estate, maybe it comes in e-commerce, maybe I'm using AI or something to do something and it's making money behind me in the scenes. Like there's just, so it doesn't matter what the modality is. I've now reached a level of competency where I can consciously lock in and I can do it. And then, as I continue to familiarize myself with this frequency, continue to familiarize myself even with this knowledge and this education and this skill set, now I become unconsciously competent. And at some point, I will be so unconsciously competent that anything and everything I desire will have to exist. Because now I know how existence works. I know how thoughts become things. I know how I can bring something from energy, from a thought, from an idea, from a preference, from a desire, from a hope that maybe my income and wealth could double into 2026. And now it's here because I know how to bring myself into the frequency of that which is already here. I know how to be one with existence and be one with the income and the wealth and the profit and the revenue and the income paydays and the payouts and the cash flows and the financial windfalls that already exist now. Because it wasn't that it wasn't existing throughout that journey of my consciousness. It's now that I've come into alignment with it. Next point, I think this is number 5. If it sounds too good to be true, it's not. I wrote this point today and I was laughing as I drove down the road thinking about how the conscious mind feels very safe in assuming that if something sounds too good to be true, it is, right? That's common wisdom. That brings a sense of safety, right? Because our conscious mind is always wanting to make us safe. Its only job is to make us safe because it doesn't care about us being more wealthy or having more income or having more choices or having more financial options. It doesn't care about financial freedom. It doesn't care about financial abundance. It doesn't care about overflow. It's not interested in that. It's just interested in you being safe. My want to call it ego mind, you can call it my inner critic, my inner audience, whatever. It doesn't care about my abundance, it cares about my safety. And so its general rule of thumb is that, you know what, if that sounds too good to be true, it is. And you just need to you need to be more realistic. And it's not safe to scurry out there with these wayward thoughts that say something crazy like my wealth and income could double in 2026 because that sounds too good to be true. And so if it sounds too good to be true, it is. But Maybe it's just that the outcome is not something that you can easily focus on right now because you are more accustomed with focusing on the absence of it. So like we said, it already exists, but you are not used to focusing on the existence of it. You, me, I, we, perhaps right now, perhaps are more familiar and feel more safe with the belief that it's not. Next thing, number 6, be willing to be cutthroat in your focus. You do not owe anyone an explanation. Do not justify. If you have an idea, if you're on this journey of financial wealth, financial freedom, allowing more income, allowing more options, allowing more lifestyle, allowing more luxury, allowing more ease, allowing more abundance to flow, and you're on this journey of learning to expect that, there's no need to be telling everybody else what you're thinking. No need to be running this off and soundboarding this with other people that can't hold the frequency of what you're saying. They don't have the idea. They don't have the vision. They don't have your vision. Who knows what they're focused on? Who knows what they believe? Who knows if they're doing the inner work that you're doing right now? If you've made it through this part of the video, you're probably someone doing serious, deep inner work. You owe it to yourself to nurture this vision, this seed that you're planting in your consciousness, this possibility that you're allowing yourself to embody, that you're allowing yourself to metabolize and digest in your spirit, in your heart, in your mind, in your nervous system, this idea that your wealth and income is going to double in 2026. And so you're going to be cutthroat in your focus. There's no explaining to anybody, not just when it comes to money, but anything, wherever you show up. You're not explaining yourself. The biggest instance where this idea came to me was in your relationships with other people. In 2026, if there are relationships and connections that no longer are serving you, do you really owe everyone an explanation why you choose to redirect your focus and maybe release some friendships, maybe release some connections, release people that you're dating, release people that you're seeing, whatever it is. And do not defend yourself. There's no need to defend yourself. When you are defending yourself and defending who you are, in some way, you're kind of acknowledging defeatedness. You're acknowledging the version of reality where your wealth and income doesn't multiply tenfold, double, tenfold, whatever, 100x, where it doesn't quantum leap in some meaningful way. You're acknowledging the absence of it. Over here, there's this possibility that all this abundance could land as this big, beautiful financial windfall, but you're focused on the other thing because you're busy defending yourself and making sure that other people understand you and making sure people get you and making sure people validate you and making sure people recognize and making sure that other people think that what you're thinking about and the thing that you're wanting to call in is a good idea, is a sound idea, is a safe idea, is a smart idea, is a realistic idea. What this really comes down to is agile focus in the face of opposite evidence. When you see the opposite when you see expenses come your way, maybe unexpected expenses, this is you redirecting your focus into knowing that you're the one who can have these things, that can be competent, that can be conscious, that can learn, that can become, that has already become. And the fact that you are aware that this is a possibility means that this already exists. Your agile focus in the face of opposite evidence is how you add fuel to the fire. This is how you add fuel to the fire that moves that reality so that your present reality can collapse with this desired reality. Next thing, expect the universe to suffocate you with financial overflow. This is another correlation with human to human intimacy. And the version of that I deeply enjoy is when the presence of the other person is so enticing and so magnetic towards me that I almost feel myself wanting to be completely out of my conscious thinking mind. I don't want to be in my thinking mind at all. And when I'm really in alignment with the person that I'm with, I'm completely out of my thinking mind. and I'm fully submerged in my body. My energy is in my body, and I'm having more of this primal experience, and I'm letting the wavelength and the energy of that other person to smother me. I'm allowing myself to be immersed in that other person. And it's not just in the physical, it's like all elements of my body and my cells and my being are focused on this person. It's almost kind of like this third ball of energy. Like, here I am, here's the other person, and here's this thing in the middle. And it's this thing that we're creating. And I allow that to penetrate my being, and I allow it to suffocate me. And I take great pleasure in how I am drowning in the bliss of this beautiful experience that we're creating. And money is the same. In 2026, what if the universe wanted to double your wealth and income, your portfolios, double your paychecks, double your cash flow, double your revenue? What if it wanted to suffocate you with abundance? What if you allowed yourself to expect to be suffocated by abundance? My only wish for you in 2026 is that you be able to stand in front of the mirror and calmly and confidently say, in a very relaxed way, I am who I am. I am the I am. This is who I'm meant to be and who I want to be. I am where I want to be. Where I am is where I want to be. I'm here now. I am here now. This video is not about me saying to you that you get to double your wealth and income in 2026. This video is about me letting you know and reminding you you already have.